To me, passport bros now is the equivalent to the modern women who's 50 years old, who still thinks she could get the guy who's making six figures, all this other stuff, and she's got 5 kids. It's the same thing. Passport bro is the same thing, fam. They're selling you a dream.
Yeah. Okay. It's us.
I'm really blown away because being in America, man, is giving me a different POV, different point of view. And something happened to me, big, major, life-changing, really, that I was even going to call you. Because you won't believe what happened to me. I was even going to call you. And I got to say this first. And it's going to hit real close to home for you, what I'm about to say. I was even going to call you, bro. Here's the thing, bro. I live in New York, but I'm in Albany, cat. Albany's the capital of New York. But Albany's basically a farm country. It's not even 80,000 people here. It's very dead. Nothing's going on. It's the capital of New York, but nothing's going on. It's 2 hours away from the city. It's a farmland. I grew up in the Bronx, but we moved out of there at like when I was 12 years old. So I'm really not connected to New York City and the Bronx. I don't know too much about what's going on. I want to say that, full disclaimer, right? But here's what happened, brother. But I got a bunch of cousins that live in the Bronx and New Jersey and all this other stuff. So I went to this place, brother. This was 2 Saturdays ago. Went to this place called Elizabeth, New Jersey, and I was blown the fuck away. I was blown the fuck away.
Dude, that's mini Columbia.
And I got to tell you what I saw. And I went over there, and I never knew a place existed. But I'm gonna be honest with you. And guys tore me up to shreds, man, because I'm living in America and I'm seeing, like, from their point of view, bro, what's going on. And I meant to call you, and I don't know nothing about New Jersey. I know you live in New Jersey, but here's the thing. I went to this place called Elizabeth, New Jersey. I was blown away. It's like Medellin. It's like Colombia, dude. They got Colombian businesses, a bunch of Colombian chicks, hot as hell, walking around there.
Yeah.
I went to this Dominican spot called Punta Cana, and there was Colombian females eating there in the Dominican spot, eating Dominican food. Gorgeous. I'm talking about on the level of Medellin. And here's the thing, bro. I went there, and I never even knew that existed. I went with my cousin. I went there. There's even Dominicans that were like whiter than me, like with hair down here, men like Rico Suave, like from the novelas and everything, like white people from Santiago, white people that look like they could be from Medellin, they could be Paisas. It was insane. I never knew that existed because I'm not a part of the world. Albany's dead. It's like 80,000 people. It's literally farmland. It's farm country. Nobody's here. So I went over there with my cousin, and we spent the whole Saturday there. And I was like, wow, I never knew that existed. It was like Medellin, bro. Now, here's the thing, fam. They tore me to shreds. They was like, yo, you want Colombians, you want Dominicans. They're there. They're there for you guys, man. And remember, I'm a passport bro, but I keep it a buck. They're there. For you guys to have to travel to a third world country, man, that's unsafe is extreme in their eyes. In the eyes of regular people who live in New Jersey, New York, just regular Americans. You gotta look at it from that point of view, bro. So you don't even speak the language. You're not Hispanic. You're not Latino. It's not your culture, and you're going to a third world country and putting yourself in danger just to chase box, and you don't even speak the language. And you're going from New York or New Jersey to Medellin or Cali or something like that, fam. That's 10, 12 hours of flight time and travel time, dude. When you account for the time you step foot out your door to the time you step foot into your hotel room, I've done it. That's 10, 12 hours flight time, fam. So it's like, to us, it's normal, but to them, man, I got a different point of view that day. Because I'm like, yo, you got Colombians there, you got Ecuadorians there, you got Dominicans there, all shades there. Why aren't you guys engaging in that? And most guys, they don't speak the language, they're not Hispanic, not Latino, and they go into the third world country, they're paying for flights, they're doing 10, 12-hour flight journeys to come back to a job Monday. And it's like, now I see it from that point of view, it's overkill, it's extreme. And I know the answer. The bottom line is this: those girls, they ain't even gonna look half our way. Most of them ain't even gonna look half their weight, unless you're a business owner that you make 70, 80K, all this. They don't give a fuck. They're going for the business owner, the guy who making money, the rapper, the celebrity. It's a different level in America. And that just hit me hard, brother. And I was gonna call you. I never knew a place like that even existed. I saw white Dominicans from Santiago. I saw Ecuadorians there. I saw beautiful Colombian women there. And it's like a little Medellin. The reality of it is, if you want Colombian, if you want Hispanic women, you don't have to leave America, fam. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if they'll look at us either. I don't know if they'll look at me either. Probably not. Because making 70, 80, I'm just giving this example. And I said I was gonna come real. I was gonna call you about this too, bro. Because I know it's your hometown. I said I was gonna hit close to home. For you to make 70, 80K, it's not enough. These women are looking for the businessman, the business owner, the celebrity, the rapper, the YouTuber. It's just not enough, man. And you got a lot of YouTubers that are in that Northeast region, and I understand why they travel. They ain't gonna look at them. These women ain't gonna look at them. And there's a race factor too. When I was walking around, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna say it. Yo, there was a lot of times where they drop by. I was like, oh, a Moreno's walking behind me. You gotta watch out. There's racism, dude. You see what I'm saying? I came here to keep it a buck, bro. So I was gonna call you, bro. I never knew that even existed, bro. Remember, I'm in Albany. I'm in farmland. I'm in farm country, bro. There's nobody here. There's nothing going on here, bro. And I went down there with my cousin. My cousin lives there in New Jersey. And brother, I went down there and I was blown away, dude. You don't have to travel these countries, bro. There's plenty of them there. Now, are they gonna look at you? Probably not. It's the reality, man. It's the fucking reality. These women look so freaking hot, bro. They was like on a Medellin level, bro. I would even say prettier than Medellin. They got money to take care of themselves, man. I never even knew that existed.
You know what's crazy, man, is I don't live that far from Elizabeth.
Really?
I don't live that far from Elizabeth. I live like 20 minutes from Elizabeth. And I'm very familiar with Elizabeth, but I'm kind of burnt out on Elizabeth because I've been there so damn much. But I mean, first off, like, let me just say this.
The energy, brother. The energy felt different, bro. It's unique. I never knew that existed, dude. I'm just looking for G-Wagon money, for fucking Bentley money. Yo, the massive amounts of wealth in those pockets of New Jersey is insane, dude.
Because we're talking North Jersey, so yeah, we're talking about New York money right there.
Yo, bro, you'll see people with Mercedes Benz in their driveway, and they got one for them and one for the wife, like back to back in the fucking driveway. You'll see Maybachs. You'll see immense amounts of pockets of wealth, to where I was born. I never knew that existed, bro. Like this little town, the energy felt different, bro. You're surrounded by Dominicans, the white ones from Santiago. You're surrounded by Ecuadorians. You're surrounded by Colombia, by Medellin people, bro. And you guys got this in your backyard. I never even knew this existed, but I can tell why guys travel, because it's like it gets deeper, bro. If you're seeing all these bitches walking around daily, right? You're in Jersey, you're in New York, all this other stuff. They won't even look your way. Your fantasy is, well, you know what? I'm gonna go to these, these chicks' countries. I'm gonna slide them $80 or $100, and I'm gonna fulfill my fantasy. Bro, it blew me away. Cause remember, I've been in Colombia. I've been traveling for 6 years, in Colombia for 5. I'm just here in the States a couple months, and I'm seeing it from the point of view, brother, of the local, like the people who live, Americans. It's like, yo, if you don't speak the language, it's not your culture or nothing like that. You're willing to travel 10, 12 hours without knowing Spanish, put yourself in a third world country, in danger just for box. It's extreme. It seems extreme. To us, it's normal. But to a person who's there, yo, it'll seem extreme. Like, that's not normal. Like, if you want a Hispanic, just hang there and get you one. And so it just, bro, I never knew that existed or nothing like that, brother. And I was forever shocked. I was gonna call you, bro. That was 2 Saturdays ago, man. And it was life-changing experience, brother.
Well, yeah, welcome to Elizabeth, New Jersey, man. That's where it's at. There's a lot of towns like that around here, though. Elizabeth, just the North Jersey in general. If you want like a beautiful Spanish woman, Latina, that's where you're going to be. Even the Latinas here, you could be fresh off the boat. You could be a Colombiana fresh off the boat. But as soon as you step foot here and you start breathing that air, you see how things work over here, something about it just starts changing a woman to where they're no longer acting like a typical Colombian woman anymore. They're more Americanized right now. So like you said, they're not going to look your way. They're going to be looking towards the CEOs and the entrepreneurs, and you're making money, 6 figures. They're going to be looking their way, not an average guy's way. So this is why a lot of brothers go overseas. But on top of that, though, the cost of living is so much cheaper in a place like Colombia. Elizabeth, you go to a lobby, Barcode, those places right there. First of all, Barcode is an arm and a leg to get into. It's $40, $50 to get into. Just entrance fee. Entrance fee is $40, $50 to get in. I don't know how much it is now. That's what it was before the pandemic. And then on top of that, you're spending hella bread there. If you're getting a hookah, that's even more bread. And that doesn't even guarantee you get yourself a chick. So by the end of the night, you could be spending a couple $100s and you might not even be guaranteed to get a chick, compared to if you were to go to a Medellin, Colombia, you're going to be around the same type of woman, right, in terms of looks, but they're going to act a little differently, way cheaper, to where you're spending maybe $100 for a great night, compared to here in the States where you're spending a couple $100. I'm from someone that literally lives next to Elizabeth, and I'm gonna tell you, it gets old after a while. Like, yeah, sure, these girls are, they're just as attractive as the ones in Medellin. I know this. What you said was straight facts there when it came to the looks. But the thing is, you get more bang for your buck overseas, and to me that's the main thing for me is I want to be able to be with these same type of women, except spending a fraction of the cost. If you're up here in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and you're trying to get yourself that same paisa girl, you're gonna be spending hundreds of thousands. Because these girls out here, they're getting hit up by hella dudes. They're getting hit up by business owners. So you're competing with these guys.
Yeah.
So why in the hell am I gonna be spending all these hundreds of thousands of dollars for these chicks up here when I could be going down over there having a good time because the cost of living is cheaper, right? Because I'm not just going down there for the women, right? Because a lot of people want to say, oh, you're just going down there for the women. And yeah, to an extent, women are a good factor of why a lot of men go down to these countries. But at the same time, there are some brothers that want to go down to these countries for the cost of living, for a different lifestyle, right? In Brazil, right, there are beautiful women in Brazil. Yeah, that's true. Beautiful women. That's a huge draw when it comes to Brazil. But another huge draw is the cost of living. I'm able to do what I want when I want. Not saying I can't do it here in America, but here in America is going to be a lot more expensive. If I want to go to a 5-star restaurant here in America and take a girl with me, I'm spending a couple $100s. If I want to take a girl out to a 5-star restaurant in Brazil, I'm probably spending $100. I have a preference. I prefer a Brazilian woman. I prefer a Colombian woman compared to being over here and dealing with that attitude and all that pushback, right? To me, I get where you're coming from, my friend, but to me,
but the thing is, bro, I never knew that even existed, dude. Like my mind is scarred, it's blown away.
And I'm
a bit off, and it's farm country.
But at the same time, go abroad, you have to view it this way: is a guy like me who has been exposed to that all my life, right? Because I live very close to Elizabeth. In fact, the town I live in is known as Little Dominican Republic, right? So if we're excluding Washington Heights, this would be the Dominican capital right here, right? I'm not going to state it on the record, but the city I live in is a ton of beautiful Dominican women over here, right? So yeah, I'm surrounded by a ton of beautiful Dominican women. I'm surrounded by all these great towns that have beautiful Latinas, but I choose not to go to these cities to date them because I know what comes with it.
So part two is that I came out with my channel, brother, and I was saying these crazy facts like, hey man, you know, these women, they prefer their own men, they prefer their local men. These women, when you're not here, they probably got a boyfriend or a husband. If you're sending money or something like that, they're probably giving that money to their husband, helping out the household. And I said these crazy facts that are real, and people just jumped on me for saying real stuff. I said, hey man, if you don't speak the language, I really don't know how it's gonna work. You see what I'm saying? I said all these facts, man, and people just jumped on me, and I'm like, guys, you know, I had to bow out because I was like, why am I debating? I speak Spanish 100% from birth. I lived there for 5 years, dude. I had multiple visas there. You know what I'm saying? So why am I talking to somebody who doesn't even speak the language? This is the folks I'm debating. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And I said these facts, and they're real facts. And to be honest, the locals laugh at the gringos and the Americans and all that stuff. I could leak conversations on WhatsApp. I did leak conversations WhatsApp with locals. I leaked it to my boy the Andrew show. They make fun of the gringos, man. You know what I mean? They'll say, oh, these guys think it's free. It's never going to be free, dude. You're paying for it indirectly or direct, all this stuff. So I came out with all these facts, bro, and people jumped on me for really saying the truth, man. I was like, I'm not going to fight with people who are just delusional. To me, passport bros now is the equivalent to the modern women who's 50 years old, who still thinks she could get the guy who's making 6 figures, all this other stuff, and she's got 5 kids. It's the same thing. Passport bro is the same thing, fam. They're selling you a dream that is not necessarily the truth. That Elizabeth, New Jersey stuff blew my mind away, brother. I never even knew that existed, man. And interacting with folks and seeing that stuff. And I'm like, now I understand why guys go, because they're seeing all these hot chicks. They can't hit it. They're like, yo, I'm going to go fulfill my fantasy. Pull 5 Andrew Jacksons, give a chick a quick 100 in Bogota or Medellin. And it's like, now I'm all set. Because these chicks, they ain't going to look your way. They ain't going to look half your way. I mean, these chicks are on a different level, you know? And I was like, what? Now I get it, bro. I never even knew that existed, bro.
So when you were over there, let me ask you this. I was
there a whole Saturday, bro.
So when you were in Elizabeth, did you like attempt to talk to any of these girls? Any of these paisas?
I did not. I saw a lot of attractive women there, man. I saw to the point where you're not even going to believe me. I saw chicks even walking around in the daytime, bro, like around this little town, like getting off the subway. They got like little subway system in it, getting off the subway, bro, walking around with their headphones and stuff. Man, dude, it was like a little Medellin, bro. There's a lot of females there, bro. I was blown away. I was like, wow, I never even knew that existed, bro.
The next station is Shibuya.
Look at me, where she gonna be? Call me Ricky T. Off the leash, I feel like a dog. I get her the free. Keep it P, never needed you, but you needed.